Good morning again. Yeah, this is actually my third video, short video clip that I'm doing today. And yes, it's March 1st, 2016, and it's almost 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Yep, so you'll see with my other two videos, it was very dark and grainy. The sun is coming through the window, and it's brightened up the video. I want to talk to you about something else. I um, I have my mother is 87 years old. She turned 87 last month, and basically her health is very good. Um, but I want to share with you what's going on. I'm sharing this information as because I'm sure other people out there have loved ones who are older, and some things that could, how it's affecting your life. And so, if and it, I share this so that maybe other people are going through it, and they want to know, connect with people who are experiencing the same thing, and that you're not alone. Okay, basically, my mother's health is okay. She's agile. Um, she could drive. However, there are things that are changing now. Um, I have been seeing it change more, it seems more pronounced. And that's what I really want to discuss, those qualities that are concerning to me. I'm going to try to speak up. I know my voice drops a little bit, so please forgive me if I get too soft. I want to try to learn how to project in these videos my voice. Okay, my mother, um, I, I believe my mother is getting Alzheimer's disease. She does not have dementia, even though the terminology dementia is just like an umbrella term for forgetfulness. But um, I see that with her memory and some of her behaviors are getting more pronounced. For example, her sense of um, time. She like she had gotten like physically tired. It was in the still daytime, and she just felt tired. Like we all have gotten tired before. You just want to take a little nap. But when she took two naps. The first nap, it was maybe for a half an hour, and when she got up, we were in the family room and the television was going on. My mother likes television, and she got up feeling disoriented about, um, very, very agitated and very apologetic about falling asleep and how tired she is. And she started to get a little hysterical sounding. And I've never seen my mother like this before, you know. That's what kind of scared me a little bit. And I was just, just her behavior was pronounced. And then later on that day, she had to take another nap, and another family member was on his way to visit our mom. And this time it might have been maybe, um, it could have been close to 5 p.m. And yeah, my other family member came, and she was just feeling very tired. She apologized for being tired, and that she was going to go upstairs to bed. And me and this other family member were going to be leaving soon for the day, you know. And so my mom goes upstairs, and I think she turned off the rest of the lights. And this happened actually last month. And me and my other family member were just talking, and for maybe an hour. And then I hear our mother calling, and she was coming down the stairs. And the lights were off, and she's turning on the lights, and she said, "Oh, you had slept overnight." She's talking to me. She says, "Oh, you slept overnight. I didn't know you were going to sleep over." And I said, what do you mean slept over? I said, you just took a nap. You were just away upstairs for a little over an hour. We did it. It's still the same day. We didn't sleep over. Then she started to get agitated, and she started getting a little hysterical, and was repeating out loud that she doesn't understand what's going on with her, that um, just she was confused, and she seemed disoriented. And we try to assure her to, talk calmly to her that everything's okay, that you had just gone upstairs to to go to sleep, and me and my other family member were just doing a little talking before we left for the day, and it was just a short period of time, and everything's okay. It's okay to be tired, and you take your nap if you need one. But it was the intensity and her eyes. She looked totally lost, disoriented, and because of that incident, I spent 2 nights with her. I stayed over for 2 nights, and I see that a lot of little things. She doesn't want to. She doesn't eat. She eats, but she. I think what's happening that like she can still drive and get groceries, and but the amount of food, I mean, a refrigerator could have stuff in it, but it's not like food, like fresh fruits and vegetables. It might be like scraps or, condiments like ketchup and things like that. Those type of jar food, mayonnaise, but no real food, And so me and my other family member cleaned out her refrigerator, and, we wanted to make sure that what she's eating is fresh, that what's in there, that it's not outdated food. She believes that if it comes in a can, that it lasts forever, and that even though it might have an expiration date, but that expiration date isn't really true, and that you could just eat it with immunity. And we were telling her that that's not true, that uh, packaged food can expire. And so we were concerned about her health, that the food that she's taking in is not as nutriently dense that it should be. And we've offered. My mother's eligible for Meals on Wheels. It's a program that they have here in New York City, and maybe it's also a type of it is in your town that you live in. Um, I think it's a free food supplement that it's designed for people who are not as mobile, and is to ensure that this population, this demographics, is getting nutritious foods daily, and she refuses this, my mother, and her she has a lot of pride, and she feels that it's something like welfare, that good people don't go on welfare, that type of mindset. And I said, no, it's not welfare. It's just a program designed, if you let's say it's winter, it is winter now, and you're not able to go out, they'll bring the food to you. But she doesn't want this, and she doesn't want she just qualified for um, I think it's called Access a Ride, and you actually just pay two something for each ride there and back, and they'll take you anywhere in New York City. You just have to call 1 or 2 days in advance, and it could be for pleasure or business. So you want to see your relative or friends or your doctor's appointments, etc. They'll take you for any reason, which I think is really great, because with the Access a Ride, even though I did mention earlier that she can drive, but she's becoming forgetful. Like we all get forgetful, but like she was going to a relative, her sister, and in the middle of getting there, she completely forgets how to get there. And she does have a GPS system, but she says she does not want to use it. She does not like technology of any kind. She does use a phone though, but she will not use an answering machine. She doesn't check her answer. We told her how to use it. You just press this button. If you see the light blinking, just press that button. You get your telephone messages. She refuses to use this. So it's a lot of frustration. So she's resistant to technologies of virtually every kind. She does not want to use her computer that's internet ready. Uh, all those things. And certain health, certain aches and pains, like she'll start to feel like um, no one cares, all the doctors don't care, and things like that. And I understand that because sometimes I even start to feel that way. But it's more pronounced. And so I mean, I've told her for the past year that let me know when her doctor's appointment, are, and I'll accompany her. But so she may not let me know. So I said, in order for me to really know what's going on with her health wise, so I my visit to her last month, I said, we're going to make another doctor's appointment. I made it for her with her there, and I accompanied her to the doctor's. You know, the, I think I made the appointment to her a week ago Friday, and last Monday, she had a doctor's appointment, and I accompanied her. She did the driving. It's maybe 2 miles away from where she lives, and um, I had the list of questions and concerns that my mother shares with me. And then when we get there to the doctor's office, it's like it was a weird experience. She acted as if there was never an issue why she wanted to go to the doctors, or her medical concerns, and she played off everything. She played it down and was very um, how do you say, very animated, and she communicated well with the doctor. She was you know she was acting very girly and very very a little flirtatious, and just very charming, as if there was no problem. And I see that that is a problem in itself, that she doesn't want to let you think that there's a problem, and she can carry this disposition for just a short time, and then once we get home, she's back to the old pattern. And it was just very interesting that that occurred. And so the doctor, the person that we saw was a physician's assistant, not an MD. My mother's doctor is actually on um, medical leave. But either way, so this physician's assistant only sees the facade, only sees the animation and the playfulness as a, but which is just a cover for what she really is feeling inside. And so my concerns was I was to represent her there at the interview with the doctor. And so I came across like an overprotective child, older child, and I'm just trying to control. And so what needed to be said was said. All my mother's concerns, like, oh, I go to the doctors and they never tell me what's wrong. So I asked the doctor, I said, this was her concern. What is her diagnosis or diagnoses, and uh, what does she have? So, they told her, they even gave her a printout. And then we get home. But again, the patterns and everything. So we did, well, at that visit, what we accomplished was for her to see specialists for her neurological system, because she has discomfort in her leg, and she already was diagnosed, and she forgot that she had, what do you call it, a problem with the lumbar and sciatica. Okay, so that would explain it, but she didn't tell me that she had that. And again, she might have forgotten. And I see also with my mother that you can tell her something, and then maybe 2 minutes later, she asks you the same thing again. She'll completely forget. And so these patterns of behavior is increasing. We also, what else? Al- uh, Something for allergy, and yes, she does have allergy according to her chart, and she didn't know that. Um, but yeah, so all these things, you'll find that with aging and memory, that you start to see a pattern of behaviors, and um, also lack of interest to go outside, to drive, um, and her mood swings, you know. And my mother is not a very emotional person, but when she gets angry, and so if something upsets her, she'll verbalize. But it seems like now everything is more intensified. So whatever what someone's set personality is, it gets exaggerated. I see. So I share this, that things like this affect everyone. Um, she says that she sees herself. She know that something. She knows that something is going on with her, and this scares her. And it scares me also. I want to be there for her, um, but I see that it's only so much that I can do, because there's a part of this is that denial, that she'll start to play down certain things that are bothering her, um, certain health things like dentistry, she will not go, you know, and that is becoming problematic, her dental condition. And um, again, she doesn't want people to tell her what to do, and I understand that. Um, but it goes beyond not wanting to for people to tell you what to do. She knows that her grip on how her lifestyle was, even though her lifestyle is basically the same, but now it's changing. The role play is changing. That now she is becoming more like the dependent child, and that her children are more like becoming the adult. And this is um, this is concerning. So there is literature out there about Alzheimer's disease, and how it affects everyone in different ways. The family, the loved ones, and the person that's going through this transition, of their mind. So I could only just be there for her, and you cannot push them and try to make it seem like it's their idea. I mean, I'm not trying to say manipulate and lie. No, not at all. But I, you know, I see what my mother likes is she likes conversation. So I try to sound very bubbly, and she even say, hey, maybe we can go out to buy shoes. I said, oh, great, because she needs comfortable, safe footwear. Her current footwear, it's big for her, but she likes to wear it, but it causes her to get off balance a lot. A lot of times I'm watching her, and she gets off balance. I mean, she's still strong, my mother, but what at one time, what if, like in the future when she's not as strong, her legs, it can give way, and so I'm concerned about a fall. And it was just a about a week and a half ago, um, my aunt, my mother's sister, fell on the floor in her own home and broke her hip. We saw her last week, let's see, last Saturday, not this past Saturday, but a week ago from Saturday. I went to visit her with my mom, and my other brother was there, and we saw our aunt, and my aunt's mind also is changing too. Um, she's a sharp woman, you know, you know, into taking care of her home and her physical appearance, but even, I see the same type of pattern, expressed a little differently, but you see that same thing, and it's a little uh, sad for me to see this. So I share this not to sound sad or depressed or pulling you down. It's really to share what I'm going through, because this is a transition in my life, whether it's spiritually, physically, all these things are affect one another. And it's I tell you this again so that other people might be going through the same thing. You're not alone. And to reach out to professionals about these concerns, and to, just be there for your family. Let us know about different services that are out there for the physically impaired, the mentally impaired, through Alzheimer's or dementia. So, each one teach one. So please feel free to subscribe to my video, my channel, Spirit Journey. You could share this video with friends and family members. And once again, to give me the thumbs up. Peace, guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.